In this video, I'll demonstrate how DriveWorks can automatically insert library features into your SolidWorks models. We have a project here that allows us to customize the height and width of a door and allows us to choose a different lock style. This lock cutout needs to be inserted into the model, and so we're going to do that using generation tasks in DriveWorks. Generation tasks are automated actions that DriveWorks performs on models whenever it's creating or modifying a model. Things like inserting a library feature, inserting components, or inserting patterns. So we can see here that this door assembly is made up of two different part files. Both of these part files have 3 tasks in them. And what we're doing with these tasks is inserting different design library features. So the first one is the lock library feature. What you can see here is that we have the property manager, so we have to specify this here and configure it to make it work correctly. So I'm going to explain what each of these things does. So the configuration name, the lock library feature has 3 different configurations, and the one that's inserted in the model is going to be based on the option in the project that we just saw. So the 3 different styles. Now to do this, we're going to make a dynamic rule. It's going to contain the word style and then the number that's returned from that box. Next is the face. So this is the placement face, and we can name faces in SolidWorks, and that's what we've done here. We've called that specific face lock, and that's what DriveWorks is going to be looking for. Next is the library feature file name. So this is just a file path to the lock SLD LFP. Size, dimension, name, and value we're not using in this specific scenario because we're not changing the size of the library feature, but we can do that with these values here. And then the reference planes are the 2 insertion planes that are required to place the lock feature. So the feature is going to be looking for a lock centerline plane and also a top plane. So these are names of planes that we need to have accessible in our part files for the design library feature to be constrained. Let's see the automatic design library feature in action. So we'll start a new specification. We'll specify a height of a door and the width of the door, and then choose a lock style. Click generate. Jump over to SolidWorks, and now we can see DriveWorks Autopilot taking over and opening the files and inserting the lock style right into the model, the hinge as well. And it's going to do the same thing on the door inner skin. There's 2 things to keep in mind when setting up library features for design automation. The first thing is in regards to the library feature file itself. So opening the sketch of the lock feature, we need to make sure that the point here is coincident on 2 planes. So in this case, we have the point 2 coincident to the top plane and also coincident to the right plane. This is going to ensure that the design library feature is looking for 2 planes when being inserted into a part file. The other thing is going to be on the part itself. So the door inner skin, it requires 2 pieces of information. The first one is the face name, and that can be changed by clicking face properties and inserting a name as shown here. This exact same string needs to be used in DriveWorks when setting up the face name for the library feature generation task. Second, the planes that the design library feature is looking for need to be present in the model. So the lock center line, the naming has to be the exact same as the plane name that the library feature in DriveWorks is looking for. So top, lock center line, and then the hinges are actually looking for top hinge plane and bottom hinge plane. Another tip is to verify that your design library feature works via manual insertion first before automating it with DriveWorks. So we're placing the lock feature here into the part, choosing a configuration, and then we're going to select a reference plane from the model. The first one is going to be the lock centerline plane, and the second one is going to be the top plane in this model. And that successfully inserts the library feature. So I hope these tips were helpful in automating your design library features.